Hello everyone, hello! We are at our next dungeon of the day, or raid. This is going to be Blackwing Descent. And yeah, it's basically part 2 to Blackwing Lair, which was the Guildbreaker dungeon. We actually haven't done Blackwing Lair on stream, so... But yeah.
Oh, did you hear the voice?
I didn't, because you went in.
Sorry, I forgot there was a thing. Lord Victor Nefarious yells, "Mortals that fancy themselves heroes have entered the broken hall. Oh, I do hope this raid will amuse me more than the last."
Indeed. Alright, so usually this is the first boss people would fight over here.
Yeah, on normal.
So this boss had a few draconids that had to be killed. They weren't too bad. Had a high damage potential, but
They would dash.
yeah. We had a guy who would continually pull this boss prematurely, and it pissed off our raid leader. Like, so much that he finally flipped on him. I think his name was Socks, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
It was Pete's
I was like,
cat. Anyway, so this is Magma. I don't remember too much about this guy other than he spits lava.
worms.
I think he'd pick up the tanks.
I found this fascinating specimen in the lava underneath this very room. Magma should provide an adequate counseling of a pathetic lava world. Perhaps I can escape. You won. How
Parasite
disappointing.
evening.
I
Good
could
job.
have easily watched.
So the fun thing about this dungeon, guys, is that on normal, everything is just normal fights. On heroic, Nefarian would actually stand aside and talk to you and do various things to disrupt the course of the battle.
Oh, I thought we were going to the other boss. Whoops.
Why would we go to the other boss first?
Uh,
You can see there's dwarves here. Now this boss is memorable for me because for some reason my ghoul would just hang out outside the room. He wouldn't run in with the rest of the group. And my raid leader would actually be like, alright, everybody's ready except for Grubbender. He would acknowledge my ghoul. So this boss here is notoriously hated and loved amongst the community. This is called the Omicron defense system. And
Omnicron.
each of these robots would alternate, and I think they share a health pool, but they'd be out for a little while, and then they'd alternate to another one, and each one has its own special abilities that you'd have to handle in tandem with another one, because Nefarian would be getting the other ones to send out abilities that shouldn't be during a particular phase. It was an interesting fight. Also a really difficult fight.
Yeah, on heroic it was worse because you see it's charging the electric one,
Omnicron defense system.
and
Centuries ago, these
that means
constructs were
he's
considered the dwarves' greatest technical achievements.
well,
With so many counters to each construct's attacks, I'll have to rectify these designs for them to provide me any entertainment.
blobs are chasing me. Oh. Yeah, and there was a lot of shit that you couldn't stand in. Oh, I got a pet.
What'd you get?
I forgot this could drop pets. Tinytron.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and these raids now drop pets, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, they added a lot of incentive for people to go back and do old content.
Hey, okay, Grandpa. The victory screen on Warcraft 1 is so bad, the screen turns red, a pop-up appears with the word victory, but the music stays the same. Yeah, that's old video games for you, Fluff. There's not as much glitz and glare as you see these days. And look, a bunch of dead dragons hanging over top of the pit. One of each color. It's kind of
Miro
surprising
can
that...
just drop down.
It's true. It's kind of
People
surprising
used to die.
that the gold dragons were ever caught. But yeah, he's got one of each color. just hang in there. Alright, which boss would you like to go to first?
Let's just go this way.
Alright, we're gonna go fight this dude.
Oh yeah, and the dragons here would have names.
This is Maimgor. G'day, Maimgor. Alright, so I have a story about this boss coming up here.
Fuck.
So, we got this new rogue in the guild who, like, was really full of himself and really... He wasn't a bad player by any means, but he was really full of himself. Kind of a dick. And we brought him to this boss, and in the middle of the raid, he just fucking leaves. After saying...
like, triggered.
He got really upset because he was on kick duty, and he didn't want to do kick duty, and he kept missing kicks, so they yelled at him. And he was like, I just can't do it. I'm out. I gotta go. And he just left in the middle of the raid for no reason. They're like, after he left, they're like, we could have just put someone else on kick.
He didn't say he had to go. He, like, rage quit. Literal rage quit. He flipped the fuck out and then left the guild.
Yeah, he was gone. And the worst part about it was, the week before that, they took him to Alakir and got the kill, and I didn't. So I got left out, and I never went back. It was super rude.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is Maloriak. He's a special encounter because he's like an alchemist, so he like throws things around the room that you gotta avoid, and he summons ads, and you gotta kick a certain thing that he does.
And I loved his, like, intro voice line, because it reminded me of Wiping.
There can be no disruptions. Mustn't keep the master waiting. Mustn't fail again.
Maloriak, try not to lose to these mortals. Semi-competence is so hard to create.
Too early, but no
20 ads released.
must be tested. Face now, my prime subjects.
Congratulations! Allow me to grant you a title befitting the amazing achievement you just performed. Henceforth, you shall be known as the Slayer of Stupid.
Oh, okay. The Slayer of Stupid. Great.
We have the title on.
Yeah, but did you hear what he was saying?
The Slayer of Stupid.
And then he just cuts off. But yeah, they gave us this title. Miro and Intrigue. Slayer of stupid, incompetent, and disappointing minions.
And, like, you could wear that in town because it lasts, like, 30 minutes. So if your raid ended, it says, "Thanks for killing my worthless minions, Master Adventurer." So you'd be stuck with this title. Unfortunately, it wasn't permanent. But, yeah, if you saw at the end, it said 20 ads released, you'd have to, like, delay the encounter to kill ads because you didn't want that many releasing at the end. But we killed him so fast that the ads didn't even get a chance, so.
Here's Ivarok. Funny thing is, I actually stopped attacking him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You wanted to see the 20 ads?
I wanted to see what his next mechanic was, at the very least.
Yeah. It got crazy, that fight. It was a mess. I can do gongs. We won't need gongs.
So, this is a special dragon, our boss. He's blind. Oh, wait, well, first we got the mid-encounter here. This is the spirit of the ancient dwarven kings, I think. Angerforge, Ironstar, Thurison. Yeah, the former kings. Thorison we actually kill in the burning, or in the Blackrock Depths. Spirit, Molten Fist, Anvil Rage, Shadow Forge, and Core Hammer. Why are you marking them?
So that we know which to kill in the order.
Oh, okay.
Come over here. We have to kill them.
Yeah.
Kill Circle last. They would grant buffs to the others. and one of them caused someone to be incapacitated, and yeah, have like a death hammer assigned to them. This is fine. Yeah, death sentence.
Oh, okay, here you go. This is a neat little scene.
Oh yeah.
Ah, Maloriak. How gracious of you to finally appear from that quarantine you call a laboratory.
Jake.
What have you got this time?
My sincerest apologies for the disturbance, my liege. But I believe I have something you may be very interested in.
By all means, enlighten me.
Yes, yes! By extracting agents from the blood of various dragonflights, I have created a salve that will bestow the wearer sight beyond sight! Senses beyond this realm of mortality! Atramedes, your master beckons! I present to you experiment number 25463-D!
It appears as though your experiment has failed. That whelp has gone completely blind. Look at him. Look at him!
How could this be? I will dispose of him immediately!
No, not yet. This object of your chagrin may still prove valuable to me. Leave now, pathetic alchemist. I anxiously await your next failure.
Yes, my lord!
So, that was Atramedes, a little whelp that got blinded by Maloriak's experiments. Well...
Yep.
looks like the whelp grew up.
He's rather cool looking.
I actually really like his design. This is the only fight that my brother got taken to and killed before PMX got the kill.
Yeah, that pissed me off. Well, not just that.
So he is a blind dragon. It involves these gongs here. Jake, do you remember the fight? Because I barely remember it. I know he has an air phase that we had to dodge fire and...
You have to dodge rings on the ground, and that's probably just me. I don't know. And then sound builds over time, but also if you get hit by stuff, sound builds more. And sound would cause you to... Oh! If you reach max sound, he would automatically target you because he'd have, like, detection on you. And, he would just auto-target, kill you. But you would hit these shields, and they would cause everyone's sound to drop to 0.
Yeah.
So, let's, show part of the fight. Oh yeah, and he has an air face.
That's what's that now. So I see at the top there, there's my soundbar.
Stench give you away. Atramedes, are you going deaf as well as blind? Hurry up and kill them all.
Oh yeah, these waves would come out. Why you stand in it?
Because I didn't realize that that's how they worked.
Tracking. Oh right, and you would have to run with this. And people would always fuck this up.
Atramedes, the heroes
Obnoxious
are right there.
fiends. These rings are really easy to dodge.
An obnoxious fiend on me.
They would cast an ability called Obnoxious. I have 0 sound. How much do you have?
25.
I will hit a gong just to show.
Okay.
I think the fire also
Atramedes, the heroes are right there.
gong used.
Oh, okay, and it stunned him, that's right.
Shields are proving quite
Oh,
the
it
nuisance.
stunned him. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, it also brought the sound down. Yeah, okay, so, and that's another thing on Heroic. Varian, as you've seen, Nefarious was like, these shields are proving quite the nuisance, and he actually destroys some of them, I think.
Silence is golden. Yeah. Bracers of the Burning Eye you got. That's the reason I got pissed. Because those dropped and I really needed them. Because I had blue bracers still, I'm pretty sure. And so someone in the raid that I thought didn't deserve it got it instead.
Yeah, and this guy, for some reason, drops a shield called Kingdom's Heart.
Oh yeah.
Not entirely certain why they made a random Kingdom Hearts reference here, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, the gear was named after, like, him and his traits.
Yeah. Helm of
Or
the Blind
his trash.
Seer, Bell of Enraging Resonance, Battleplate of Ancient Kings, yeah. Braces of the Burning Eye. I imagine his eyes were burning for a while. These dogs here look like one of the bosses from Blackwing Lair. Magnus, which is actually one of the most popular bosses in that dungeon, and also a very popular pet that you can tame with hunters now. And here is Pyreclaw.
Oh, I remember this boss.
So next up is a very interesting boss. He had some interesting mechanics, and a very tight enrage timer, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Den of the
Let's
Devourer.
not kill him right away.
This is Chimeron. He is... So, Finkel Einhorn is trapped in here.
Help! I'm trapped in here!
Pleased to meet you.
Leaping leper gnomes, you're a sight for sore eyes. I was worried the giant magma worm out front would deter visitors. Now that you're here, can you give me your hand? I suppose you'll be needing a key for this cage. Wait, don't tell me. The horrific gibbering monster behind me ate it, right?
Help!
What? Of course not! I could easily escape the simple contraption, but I'm much too busy. See, a while back I spent a few months inside the belly of a beast. You were trapped, as I recall. The situation seems oddly similar.
I'm trapped in here!
It wasn't strictly voluntary, but I discovered something truly incredible. The beast seemed to be able to consume almost anything with no ill effects. Gnomes and lava suits, for example. Exactly! I ran some tests on the residual digestive fluid, coating my suit, and Finkel trails off. Say, you haven't seen my skinning knife anywhere, have you? I seem to have misplaced it. No, I haven't seen it. You were saying? Oh yes, the bile. It's amazing stuff. With the proper catalysts, it renders anything to which it applies practically immortal. I've been harvesting it with my reprogrammed Bile Ultron 800, and I'm certain I've got the mixture right this time. I just need a few volunteers to test it out against a suitable creature. What do you say, friend? Immortality subject to certain restrictions. Restrictions? What restrictions? Oops, that lever activates the Biotron. Oh, and if you happen to come across a key...
You have a great day now.
Indeed.
You can pull him or he pulls in 15 seconds anyway.
Chimeron.
Double attack.
Only
Oh,
a
I
living
remember that.
testament to my scientific
It'd be
prowess.
2 different attacks.
I
Yeah, and
reworked
tanks
and
would have to
twisted his
swap.
form countless times over the years, and the final result
You
is
got 2 on me now,
something
so...
to behold.
Massacre.
And then, that would just lower your health by a massive amount.
90%, I believe.
This fight has gotten to be
Mortality.
Allow me to
Yeah.
spice
So you're,
things. A shame to lose that experiment.
Well, great job, guys! The key should be in his gut somewhere. Just, fish around in there until you find it.
Did you get it?
No.
I didn't get it either.
He'll be
Fish
fine.
around.
He'll be fine.
Oh, good fucking luck.
But yeah, so
Dude.
that boss was interesting because that like when you get up to like 90% or like the mortality phase, your healing was reduced by 99%. Everybody just had to go all out and not die.
Oh. Forgot about the healing people.
Alright, I gotta go over here. One of the things we like to do during this is we go AFK for our break, and during that time our priest would use life grip and drag the our bear around the room while she was AFK. So she'd go AFK like right here and then appear on top of the elevator for some reason.
Can I touch it?
No.
A large humanoid handprint is embedded on the surface of the orb. A soft green glow seems to pulse within. Place my hand on the orb.
The heroes have made it to the glorious finale. I take it you're in good spirits, prepared for the final battle. Then gaze now upon my ultimate creation. Rise, sister.
I can see down there.
Behold the brood mother, Onyxia, reborn. Perhaps my finest work. My dearest sibling, do you
I like how you just like fucking fell off. The air crackles with electricity. Alright, we should perhaps jump down over there. So this
Where?
over on the other side of the room.
And look above.
Yeah, there's an Altharian float up there.
Ifarian.
Yeah, Altharian. But Onyxia is his sister. We actually fought her earlier in the game, or earlier in the stream life. She
We
was,
did?
I believe so. Maybe we didn't.
I don't think we did.
But she had 2 raid she had a 60 raid where you pretty much had to kill her and make cloaks for everybody, otherwise you wouldn't have stood a chance in Blackwing Lair, which is terrible design. But yeah, Onyxia is his sister, and then they brought her back at level 80 for like a like bonus dungeon kind of thing, and then at 85 again she appeared as a boss here. Why are you giving me float?
Because I can.
You're the worst. Alright, so we go down into the fight. Onyxia is not that tough.
see how the shadow flame animates their bones? They fight at my command.
And their shit ads.
Yeah.
I'm stunned by the tail. Can you turn her sideways? Oh right, they would have... Oh fuck. If she breathed on them, it got empowered.
Well, unfortunately, they're all gonna go to me. So
Callous disregard for one's
Why?
possessions must
I don't
be
know.
met with
That's what they were
extreme
doing.
Force.
Don't do it.
alright, so then you'd have to come up here. And you'd get in a debuff called Explosive Cinders on you, and you'd have to jump off of the platform to get to these two. Why is some of them being already?
I have tried to
Oh.
accommodate you,
Somehow...
but you simply will not.
I don't
die.
know.
Yeah, you're gonna
Time
kill
to
the guys
throw
up there
all
then.
pretense aside
Yeah, I know.
and just kill you all.
That's fucking weird. We didn't damage him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, every time they got breathed on or stood in the shit, they would, oh, electrocute. This, like, people use trinkets for. Yay!
He has a mind control mechanic, so I kind of purposely killed him before I used it, because...
Oh, you did? Oh, right! You would have a thing where you would walk towards Onyxia. And you had to use, like, a button or mash a button to get free.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking awesome.
Reclaimed Ashkandi, Great Sword of the Brotherhood.
Aw.
Ashkandi was the sword that the original Nefarian dropped, and it was really popular. And so they brought it back again as the Reclaimed Ashkandi. Anyway, so
Yeah, I couldn't get up onto the thing because, like, it just rose all the way up. Maybe you got there before I did, and that caused it to rise up. Did you get on your platform?
Yeah, I was on my platform.
I think that's why.
But it's supposed to stay risen throughout that entire phase, like, until those three are dead.
No, it rose up and up, but like the magma was like, well, how do I indicate this in this game? It was like up to half of this mid part.
Oh, that's confusing because on my screen it rose all the way up to the top.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anywho, everyone, that is
And then it fell down.
that is Blackwing Descent. Yeah. Sorry we're not great at explaining all the mechanics or anything. If we had a larger raid group, we could do it, but just at level. But yeah. Either way, it was pretty cool. Awesome fights in this place. If you get a raid group that you want to try and do these fights on your own, I highly encourage it. It's an awesome place. And next up is going to be Tolvir. No, that's one of Alakir. Throne of
Oh shit.
Four
I
Winds.
forgot about that. So my portal is unfortunate.
What? We can still go to Dalaran here.